My name is Yvonne. I'm the Chief Executive of the Commissioners of Irish Lights, and it's a great pleasure for me to be here this morning to chair your first session, Technology Contributing to Blue Growth. Apologies for the slightly late start. We had very heavy traffic and a slight technical hitch here with the mic, so we're up and running now. So I'd like to welcome you all back after a very productive day, I think, yesterday for anyone who was here. Before we start, I want to thank on everyone's behalf the Belfast Harbour Commissioners, Invest Northern Ireland and the Marine Institute for the wonderful dinner we had last night in the beautiful surroundings of the Belfast Harbour offices. I'd also like to congratulate Belfast Harbour on the very successful development of the port facilities associated with marine renewable energy, which we heard about last night from Michael Robinson. It's a great example, I think, of how port infrastructure can be utilised to catalyse new industrial development activity. And I was, in fact, at a presentation by the Danish Port Association a few weeks ago, and they were providing a number of examples of three very significant new developments around three of their ports in Denmark to catalyse cluster development, economic development around those ports, focused on clean technology at one port, the whole area of smart technologies with a focus on the area of logistics and ocean energy. So all successful examples of how new technologies can contribute to blue growth, which is the theme of our session here this morning. So ports then, and in particular the shipping sector, is the area that I'm most closely associated with in my work with the Commissioners of Irish Lights. My organisation, CIL, is a public good organisation, and we're responsible for safety of navigation around the coast of Ireland, north and south. We operate a very substantial coastal and marine infrastructure, about 250 floating and fixed coastal stations, including lighthouses, buoys, radio and virtual aids. We've been operating for 200 years, so innovation, change and technology and reliability is very much part of our story. In recent years, we have transformed our business to a fully automated service, remotely controlled from our headquarters in Dublin, utilising the most advanced long-range LED technology, utilising solar power, reducing our carbon footprint and our operating costs very substantially. While our network and our core activities are focused on navigation safety, the infrastructure can also be used for coastal communications, for data collection, weather and environmental monitoring. So for a relatively modest investment, which we're starting in conjunction with a number of innovative partnerships, a very significant coastal observing capacity could be operationalised around the coast of Ireland in a relatively short space of time. In terms of the SmartOcean cluster, we have very specialised marine and engineering expertise, which could be utilised and can be utilised. We're open for business and very interested in working with particularly small companies and with research groups, specifically in the areas of coastal comms, data acquisition and dissemination, and in conjunction with the whole IMO's e-navigation plan. Later this afternoon, one of my colleagues, Robert McCabe, will make a presentation on one of the initiatives that we're involved in, which is the Dublin Bay Digital Diamond, which is a project to develop an e-navigation testbed in Dublin Bay. Now, we have a lot of people here this morning. We have a very packed agenda and I suppose a great opportunity through the day for networking. And I think one of the challenges we have is to identify some very specific measures, projects and actions that we can take forward in order to focus really on some very tangible outputs from this conference today. So our Moving on to our session this morning, I have the pleasure of introducing 5 highly qualified, experienced and diverse speakers from Ireland, from Canada, from the US, Norway and Portugal. It's no accident that these speakers are from countries bordering the Atlantic, as one of the themes we have been asked to explore at the conference is how we can use the opportunities presented by the EU Atlantic strategy and the recent transatlantic agreement between the US, Canada and the EU on marine research and innovation to catalyse blue growth. We're told that Europe's blue economy is valued at just under 500 billion a year and supports 5.4 million jobs. With 70% of the planet covered by water, the seas and oceans, as we know, are a key resource, and their development and protection, while presenting great challenges, also holds great potential for companies and indeed for countries looking at growth and development opportunities. Our first speaker this morning is Owen Sweeney, and Owen is going to present for us an overview of some of these opportunities and suggest ways in which Ireland can address these opportunities through the SmartOcean strategy. Owen is an economics graduate who has been working in the marine sector in Ireland and internationally for many years. He managed Ireland's first marine S&T programme for the National Science Board, and following this worked with the Marine Institute to catalyse the development of the Ocean Energy Programme, the Biotech Programme and the Marine ICT Research and Development Programme. More recently, he established and managed Ireland's first Ocean Energy Development Unit in SEAI. He is Vice Chair of the IEA's Implementing Agreement on Ocean Energy and currently works as a consultant to Irish and international clients in the marine energy, technology and biotech areas. Owen, we look forward to hearing what you have to say.